Hello and welcome to Sim.bc. Now, over the year, we have been making lots and additionally, a lot of videos here at this channel due to the daily upload schedule. As a nature of that, during this roundup week of the year, I thought it would be kind of interesting to take a look at the top 5 videos that I deem to be the best. Now, this list is going to be entirely based on my perception, right, of the videos that I have made. If you disagree, then keep in mind this is a personal list. And this is going to be mainly based on my anticipation of what a video was supposed to represent and make, and my perception of how that actually turned out. Good? Good. So without any further ado, mates, let's head into video number 5. Taking home the number 5 spot is video 130. Now, whilst being seen as eventless to many, it was the sole video to introduce the overlay technique that I used ever since. It was also the video in which I introduced that I had a New Year's resolution that I was going to take on when the new year arrived, which was going to be introducing more of Photoshop towards the videos that I made. Even though this overlay has been criticized a lot by all of the friends I've introduced it to, friends that consist of overlay designers, marketing and media communicators, graphical designers, and aspiring web and game designers, and it got absolutely demolished. It doesn't really matter, because in the end, it fulfilled exactly what I wanted it to do. It looked exactly like I wanted it to, and at least I liked it. And in the end, isn't that what is the most important? As I said, this is a staple that have come to plague all of the videos after this one, which I have been very intrigued with. It also made its way into the Saturday News Recap, which I was really happy about, taking on a good mutation with the actual Saturday News Recap sort of logo, we can say now in post-production here at Sim.bc, but that is why it takes home the number 5 spot. Because what you're viewing right here somewhere and right up here is what I'm calling the new mask, right? Number 4 on this list is taken by video 100. Yes, we're talking that immense milestone that was presented and observed by me and all the viewers at the time. It was an amazing achievement to be able to see 100 videos plus at that point up on the channel. It was truly a thrilling experience. Not only that, it also brought in some amazing, at the time at least, editorial perspectives, which is such as the effect on 100 that is presented in the video. I remember I sat there and looked at it for 10 to 20, 30, probably 50 times, hours and hours upon end. Even after I had uploaded it, even before it went live, I was sitting there and just watching that particular effect. I thought it was bloody amazing, and even to this day, I still think it is an incredible milestone, not only the 100, but also the effect put on the 100. Now let's cue that so you can see the magic for yourself, and hopefully it hasn't dwindled. Today is the episode number 100! I know, it's crazy, isn't it? The number 3 spot is taken up by a video that might be a bit unconventional to many of you that you might not have considered, and that is a video made in between day 119 and 120, consisted of a sketch about me leaving my chair when going away from Bordeaux back to Sweden. Now, this was at the time a mundane, experimental sketch about me trying to figure out how to edit, put in some music, and all of that good stuff, but it actually turned out to a rather hilarious video, if I do say so myself, which I rarely do, and probably for good reason. But at least it's something that I can view and look back at even to this day, have a laugh at, and I think it's the perfect size, the perfect length. It is really charming, looking back yet again at all of the videos that has been produced. But I can probably not convey that message in just talking about it, so let's have a look at it right here, right now.
Wall. And I've come to like this wall, you know? We had our differences in the beginning. I said the wall is in the way.
The number 2 spot on this list is taken up by video 289, which was the very first music video put up on the channel. Now, to clarify music video, it is a video in which I sing. It is not an original track though, it is Ron Pope's In My Bones that will forever hold a place in my heart, because it was that very first music video that I put up, a cover to be precise. It will always, as I said, be a very precious song to me, close to heart, because in hindsight I'm really happy about putting it up, even though it wasn't obvious for me to do so at the time, as I will presenting with you in a few short moments. I was very curious about what could happen, throwing it in there, making it a weekly event, which it happened to become, and in the future this is something that I hope to build on in order to create something even greater, maybe even an original track at some point, but let's for now just roll the very introductionary seconds of that video so that you know in which shoes I was standing and from which perspective I was viewing the video making process. Hello and welcome to Sim.bc, where things are a bit out of the ordinary. As you can see, this is, we're talking a bit about a lifelong dream. I always wanted to sing, but I never had a setup and never the quality, which to some extent I still don't have, so we're rolling with it anyway. You gotta start somewhere. Before moving on to number one of this list, the numero uno, the yeah, because that's how you say it in French. You know that sound when somebody randomly hits you in the stomach? The that's actually how you say one in French. Anyhow, let's move on to the honorable mentions before that, which are threefold. The first one is video 79, which is going to be the Hofstad's Roundup Dimensions talk and video that inspired the project format that would be to be very forthcoming in the upcoming videos, the upcoming months of this channel. Truly an inspiring video and milestone, to say the least. The second one is the podcast Why Express Yourself Online, a truly self-explanatory, to say the least, video in where I explain why you should express yourself online. This is obviously the key reason for why I'm actually making videos. To say the least, it is an interesting video, to say the least. I'm just repeating myself, but let's move on to the third one, which is going to be video 200. Yes, we're looking at another milestone. Didn't quite cut it for this list, but anyhow, in the beginning and the end of that video, I made a short compilation of different videos. This was not only interesting for me, seeing as it was nostalgia over the last couple of, months of my life, which I poured my blood, sweat and tear, but it was also a good trajectory in looking where I was going in that point in time. To add to that, it will also be a nice trip of nostalgia looking back after have finished this project in many years to come. At the number one spot of this list, we're looking at the one, the only leaps and boundaries before the others. Video number 150. Yet again, we're looking at one of those huge milestones retrospectively, of which I actually didn't think was that big of a deal at the time. Surely I was pushing on the same ideas that I will do now, but at the time I didn't really recognize how big and huge that truly was in consideration to the other videos that I had already made and was going to make. This was truly the pinnacle of all the videos to have been and to come. And that is the video where I put together everything that I envisioned that lowly August 26th, 25th, however you want to say it, in Bordeaux, when I was envisioning what this channel could become sometime at the future, where I was introducing the microphone. Yes, indeed. The microphone, the soundboard, the sound card, everything externally to what I had. The only thing I was missing at the time was a good, high-quality camera, a video, a DSLR that later joined into the family. But this was such a huge, monumental video to the channel that I couldn't help but to introduce it and keep it in the number one spot where it truly belongs, as one of the very best, most memorable and most nostalgia-filled videos that filled up with participation, anticipation and perception in hindsight that was just absolutely the best. The 10 out of 10 video from where I'm standing, the absolutely best video ever produced here at Sim.bc over the last year. And I yet again thought about when I made the 5th video in this series. I don't think I mentioned it in the 5th video. It was just something that I remember the same day I was envisioning this, sitting here at this spot, this very spot right here, where I think I envisioned me sitting there, but doesn't really matter, right? In this apartment with this microphone angled like this, with the lighting on, sitting and talking to my screen. No, that might sound mental. Well, that was the top 5 videos over the last year as I've been in my perception, with some honorable mentions thrown in there for good measure. I hope you enjoyed. If you have, then please leave a like. If you have a different opinion, then please leave it in the comment section below. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.